Hello ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise, what's up? My name is Devious, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. We are apparently nearing the very end of the story. I'm just making sure that my voice is recording, because at some point today, it decided not to. And then I looked, and the voice was just not there. So, apologies for if audio is a little bit skittish. That's me alt-tabbing to make sure that everything is still nice and solid. So, we are nearing the end of the journey, as Yon Chaos Crew has told me more than once, actually. We have come down here on a freaking absolutely massive whale, and I'm getting flashbacks to Ark once again, because underwater disturbs me deeply. Anyway, without further ado, let's actually get into this. You guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. Discord link, Chaos Crew, ask for tag, blah, blah, blah. Be amused when I am throwing things down. Let's get back into it. I want to get through the story, man. Apparently, there's another dungeon and another boss, and I want to get there. I'm looking forward to it. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emet-Selch, and I believe the imprisoned Exarch as well. For an Ascian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee unto the rift, yet I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body serveth as the key to the Crystal Tower and its powers of temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that this underwater realm harboureth our friend and enemy both, but we have but to find them. Let's go! In the event that you leave the area, speak with Enuel at Venmont Yards in Kalusia to return to the Tempest. Okay, that's cool. That's actually really cool. I'm glad they told me that. I saw the exit over there, but wasn't sure how that was going to play out. Thancred! You can cast his gaze across the waterless expanse before you. Bring it on! Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Emet-Selch will be sitting around out in the open. I propose we follow the slope down towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. I'm digging it. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and like to be slippery. Friggin' Papa Thancred still being a dad. Alright, let's just ride our giant direwolf demon Xenos thing around in the abyss, and this is very spoopy. Oh, I do not like this. So for anyone who is... Okay. I guess they're feeding on each other. For anyone who is interested in the details of such, I am fairly certain I have at least a form of thalassophobia. I've mentioned this before. Man, fuck all that. It's like the Marianas down in that bitch. But essentially, what it boils down to is... Why are there structures down here? What it boils down to is... I have a severe mistrust of wide open water. Dagon. It's just like, there are very large things down there that I am not terribly comfortable with, and I wonder what this might feckin' be. Okay, so we have Sahagin. Hello. Just find a random sea monster person around here and, yeah, I'll give you some medical. What's good? Audible gasp. Well, yeah, we are kind of disrupting the flow of their entire ecosystem. I would be surprised if they weren't a little bit upset with us. Okay, how's about I actually get on my stuff? We ride! Okay, are we not going to... Oh, wow. That is a cool-looking aetheryte. So are we not going to talk about the fact that we are completely and utterly disrupting their entire ecosystem just by being down here with the breath and all that is? Are we just not going to talk about that? We're not going to broach that subject at fecking all? No? Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Sup, bruv? The finless ones, they followed me. Yeah? Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Okay, we are going to talk about that. Good. So this is where the Undo make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search, and thus beg for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? You look familiar. Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? No? The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. Great! So what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. Valid. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ondu's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be the Emetselk's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? Cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondu refuse to speak with us... Luna, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yulmore? How I had planned to integrate myself by offering lucrative trade opportunities with the Ondu? Yep. The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? The chieftain fellow didn't leave us many opportunities. If we're going to tread the swiftest course, then we must needs locate its beginning. 'Tis plain our all too dramatic arrival hath thrown the settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not inimical to them? Never seen that word before. They may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but didn't mean to do that. Still getting used to this mouse. Cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ascians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation, thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. Every time. Let's do what we do best. And it's settled. Stola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Every time, man. Can't I just get to the frickin' evil god slaying? Hey, bro, let me just fight Zodiark real fast. Bring him on. There probably is an actual raid, and I'm probably asking for way too much. Luna, you won't believe who I've just bumped into. I bet I would. Is this the person you were trading pearls for? This Poshus Uon, Sure. Very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore. Oh no. I waited and you did not come. Then the mist still came, but his visits did not continue. I'm truly sorry, Pasha Solan. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of apology? Perhaps. Where the dry return, a cavern to the north is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. I believe I can be of some assistance here. What of you, Luna? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company. Where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Yeah. It's gonna be like a... Oh no. Is where the dry return, is that code for where all of the Yulmorans thrown off the cliffs end up? Because if it is, that's frickin' horrible. And I suspect that it is. That thing looks ugly. All y'all ugly. Oh, alright. We just begin the murder then. Literally just need the one more. Because of course they wouldn't put him in threes. So. And of course somebody is home now. Damn it. Well, okay, somebody is now back home. Which essentially means I have to be quiet. Or quieter. So apologies in advance. Oh, Pasha-sun. You could crack their shells. You must be stronger than you look. I see you reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Well, yeah. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, this was part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something of your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam, aimless and lost, until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Curious. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood underwater. Yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course. And from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers in their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus it is judged that your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design. You will find warm welcome here, if it is judged. Truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder how will the significance or otherwise of our arrival be decided. The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in this matter. Continue on as we have. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. Yep. We thank you for the lesson, Pasha-sun. I hate that name. And we'll continue to do all we can to assist you, your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand, only do not try to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. bold assumption saying that I could overexert myself.
Okay, had to wait a day, but we're good. I just woke up to an empty house, and now is the perfect time to start recording. Hello, Riku. You are really on top of things. I literally just pinged out that I was recording, and we've already got people stalking me. So that's fantastic. Okay, so I just kind of rewatched a little bit of the footage. We came here, we killed some crabs. We are helping the Sahagin, or whatever the hell these people call themselves, to try and get into these structures that have just kind of been here. Because that's where Emmett is hanging out. You're still as deep in thought. Ah, Luna, have you learned aught of note? It has been about 24 hours since I was recording, by the way, so if I'm a little different, I do apologize. Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. What? Oh, right. Stola only sees in the... Man, you guys are quick. What was I saying? I don't know, man. I don't know what I was saying. Ooh. Ooh. That's cool. I don't think I want to go down there right now, but that's cool. For some reason, that just reminded me of the aberration map on Ark. Like, frickin'... I don't know, just very vertical, lots of caves, and absolutely fecking horrible. Anyway, what you got, Stola? Now, there are two tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement. Ondo, that's what they call themselves. Right. And note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Okay. Yeah, I can help with that. Inspect structure of the Ondo cups. For distinctive features, remove the gown, blah, blah, blah. Okay. A distinctive window. That does look familiar. The tall, slender towers feature many I didn't mean to click. I'm still waking up, guys. My brain not work good. I'm so sorry. Those windows do look familiar, though. I have coffee. It's just not taking effect yet. Ah. There we go. Yep. Mithril knife. Okay. Ishtola, you want to tell me why you have this mithril knife? You set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. Interesting. It did say that they had been here for a long time and that even, like, the ocean couldn't weather them away, so it kind of makes sense that trying to knife them wouldn't do too much. What have you discovered? Shit's tough. Yes, I would agree the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you cannot so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the plate. I'm sorry, damn it. Everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. What do you see? What do you see with your special eyes? Prest would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkin Empire, once the greatest power in all of Norvrant, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. So wait, is this their ancient allied equivalent? But if not the Ronkins, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondu claim are the architects as architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emmett Selk withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere where mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett Selk is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or mayhap 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. This place provide power for him, perhaps? He doesn't strike me as a sentimental type. That's my first thought as well, yet no matter how superior the materials, a ruin is just a ruin. It is not that would decide a battle's outcome. Which brings us to my second theory, that he has some other more personal connection to the site. What if these structures are the remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken? You're saying that this is a city that was part of the source? Or that this is where the people lived before the Sundering? Ooh. Ooh. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first, they might have remained untouched for millennia. Oh shit. That makes a disturbing amount of sense. A copy of the mural in the Katana Ravel. Ahmet presented it to me during my visit to Fanau after our victory in Kalusha. Here in the first scene, by Emmett Selk's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have expected? Yes, I do. So we just found an ancient Ascian city, or whoever the people were before. Ooh. We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower. One which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand, and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. May view the Katana Ravel mural at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Okay, cool. Quest destination will not be displayed on your map. You must search for a structure which resembles the buildings in the mural, then inspect it with the survey point. The survey point will be found nearby in a location which allows a full view of the structure. Can I just say how freaking awesome this is? Like, legitimately, they're making me explore. I don't know why I love this so much, but I do. You really kept me from getting on my bike just now. You son of a bitch. Well, we're going for a ride, boys. Okay, I don't like how dadgum dark it is down here. I recognize that it's kind of a requirement, but still. Dark plus ocean equals me very nervous. Wait a dadgum minute. That looks very much like a city in the distance. Let's go check that shit out. Okay, I can't just yeet myself down there, but hey, seriously, look at all those lights. That looks a lot like it could be something resembling a city. Not the mantis shrimp. Anything but the mantis shrimp. And what the hell is that down there? Okay, well, we can't go much further in this general direction. So I guess we're going back. I'm gonna keep it a buck, Chief. I do not like this place. Alright. I tried to be civil. I tried to play it straight. I do not want to be wandering around here for the next 2 hours trying to figure out where that damn survey point is or even where the city is. So I will be right back. Alright, we've got a heading. We're looking for 2211. Is this cheating? Mayhaps. Do I give a shit at this point? No. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, to be fair, it does say search for a structure, not a city. I thought I was looking for essentially what we were doing in the Scholar quest line, which was look for... Or was it the Scholar quest line? Whatever the hell it was. Is essentially look for the ruins, and it's just way off in the distance. I'm a little upset with that, I'm going to be honest. It's a little bit more agitating than it needed to be. That is 100% my fault, but for fuck's sake. Yes, this appears to be rubble. Totally not about to blast it to more rubble because frustration. I spent a whole 20 motherfucking minutes trying to figure that shit out. Alright, this is the mural writ large. I cannot guess at its purpose. It must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder? Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it did exist. They lived here in this city. But let's focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring, of land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomena is related to the ancients' return. Thus we can surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Reen put it, than Emmett Selk himself? 'Tis almost certain he came here. Yeah, this is a hell of a find. Gotta grant you that one. Okay. But if we were to find this stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Me feckin' too. Stella seems eager to share your discoveries with the others. Yeah, let's do it, man. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we've learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. Yeah? If you are not too wary, it may be useful to speak with Poshodon again. Still not a fan of that name. And ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, that quest is gonna bother me for a while. I know it was my misinterpretation that caused me to wander around like a fucking idiot for a time, but it made it seem like I was looking for the city backdrop. At least from my perspective, not just one friggin' building. Ah, Elfino's friend. You and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused by when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the Walls of the Forgotten? I think I've just come from them. The remnants to the northwest, yes? You visited them unbidden? Could it be that your footsteps were guided by the ancients? You could say that. I believe it may be so. Listen then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. Ah, it's that guy that they talked about beforehand. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenold. Yep. You will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Okay. Seeing as the vast majority of that was fucking annoyance, I think we have time. I'm assuming it's this thing. That's some Subnautica shit, my dude. Oh, it just opens. Nice. What the hell do you want? Okay, thank you? Question mark? Why though? I see dead people. I also see a shitload of people. Hello. There he is. Oh, that's just great, that is. Your mind's playing tricks on me. Look, Grenold, someone's come to visit you at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or you might... or it might be as you're a ghost, eh? Go on, pal shade, feast yourself on my rotten soul. Got no use for it. Craftsman what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a dome and hammer. And that's an insult to the bloody sea slugs, bruv. Grenold appears to be suffering from a crushing bout of self-doubt. Maybe you can help psych him up. Come on, dude. Wake the fuck up. We got work to do. You wouldn't be trying to raise my spirits now, would you, spirit? You know what? Not what you'd expect from a servant of the Netherworld. Excuse me, the Netherworld serves me, bruh. Is that the Alamigan gear? The chest piece? Have we met before? Because Homie does kind of look familiar, but... Yeah, might have crossed paths back at the Crystarium, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Name's Grenold. This here's meant to be
me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to my work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet, here you stand. Now, what's so damned important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Ah, the Ondo's lamp. God's curse me empty head, I've not so much as made a start. Nice hair physics, bruv. Worth less than a sea slit, god damn it. I would just keep my hands off of the mouse whenever I'm not clicking. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion, but I just can't bloody well. My mind's a bleeding blank. It's like I pissed away the last drop of inspiration. Bruv. Can you stop prostrating yourself before me? I mean, I appreciate the gesture, but seriously, now's not the time. Tell me you've got someone to show me. Someone to give me muse a right good kick in the arse. You don't want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering lights got to blaze with light with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal, but just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean? Your thoughts turn to Brandon and the crystal you discovered at the end of his journey. Maybe Grinnell can find some inspiration in that. Oh! That's why we've gotta do the quest. I see. Yeah, this is the one that we had to. This is the one that we had to do the role quest for. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And otherwise, that is going to be it for today. I have to wrap it up because someone just got home again. I do not have a lot of time to record lately, but. You guys know the drill from here. If you enjoyed, drop me a like and a comment down below. If you would like to see more, click that subscribe button, roundhouse bell next to it. So YouTube Senpai removes the almighty algorithm chain that I exist whenever I upload. And if you would like to join me personally, there is a Discord link also down below. Hit that, ask for the Chaos Crew tag, and you will be warned whenever I am doing some recording. That being said, y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all next round.